The Innocence Project New Orleans represents innocent prisoners serving life sentences.
In reality, there are gaps in our system.
I can't imagine the frustration of what it must be like to be in prison, particularly serving life sentences, and to be innocent and have years go by and just have nobody, how do you even get anybody to listen?
I just marvel at the energy, at the enthusiasm, the passion of these young people and the work that they do for so little money and the heart that they bring to the work.
There is a house in New Orleans.
I felt like it was over, like I'm going home, like I'm gonna win. That's just the feeling that I got. It was like, I got IPNO, I'm going home.
In Louisiana, if sentenced to life, a prisoner has no right to an attorney, making it very difficult to maneuver through the legal system.
That women, they have right to counsel. I guess it's written up in the, in the code. But being pro se with a life sentence, you pretty much have to do it on your own.
There are, thousands of cases that we can't even look at yet because the need is overwhelming.
If Louisiana was a country, it would have the highest per capita incarceration rate in the world, the highest per capita rate of prisoners serving a life sentence without parole, and the highest per capita rate of prisoners serving life sentences without parole who were arrested under the age of 18.
I used to go watch trials with my dad. I'd go watch trials. And I saw people tried and convicted. And in terms of fast forwarding to the day or to my knowledge about the system today, I know that they did not receive in any fashion justice. And I know that. And so IPNO for me it has a personal resonance for me. It touches something inside of me.
Whereas a guy who gets a life sentence, it's very difficult to find someone who's sort of willing to take that case on, and it's just because I guess the stakes aren't so high. And the Innocence Project has filled that void, and it's a huge void because when you think about it, a life sentence for an innocent man is a living death.
Through the work of the Innocence Project New Orleans, 15 wrongly convicted prisoners have been released. Their combined time behind bars, 261 years.
Every Innocence Project that I've ever talked to, they all envy New Orleans. They can't believe the success rate that we have here. They can't believe, because we take the most difficult cases, we don't get the slam dunk DNA cases.
We know from the DNA exonerations that a lot of innocent people get convicted. So we also know that a lot of people have been convicted that don't have DNA involved in the crime. The Innocence Project of New Orleans is willing to take on those cases, which are much more difficult, much more time-consuming, much more resistance to trying to help these people. And they should get the Courage Award for that.
The Innocence Project New Orleans works to right the wrongs of the criminal justice system through post-conviction work and by working with prosecutors, police, defense attorneys, and judges to create systematic changes to prevent the conviction of innocent people in the first place.
The real beauty of the Innocence Project, bringing to the forefront, on the front end of the system, the fact that we need to do it right, but being at the back end of the system to catch those individuals that in reality we did it wrong.
These guys are sitting in Angola waiting to die, and nobody is going to come and look at their cases if the Innocence Project doesn't do it.
The ripple effect of the Innocence Project here in New Orleans in particular, I think is immeasurable. It's just out there. You just know that every day, our criminal justice system is a little bit better thanks to them.
Well, our committee had a significant number of lawyers, people who deserve recognition and in time perhaps will see themselves on it in the future. But our group concluded that, at least for this first award, we needed an institution that has contributed so valuably to the justice system. It happens to be that this year we're looking at an Innocence Project, a criminal law institution that has helped, and I'm proud that we have made that choice this year.